Are we streaming?
We are on Facebook. Hello, everyone. I'm Nikki Gagnon, and today I have the pleasure of having Alison Proffit with us. This is our speaker spotlight. She's one of the speakers that are on our summit that's coming up. It's the Virtual Entrepreneur, and that is January 24th through February 2nd. And we're talking all about maximizing profit and productivity and just streamlining systems in your business so that you can actually like have a life while your business grows. So I'm really excited to have Alison here, and I'm just going to let her introduce herself and then we can have a little chat.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. Thanks so much for just being here, taking time out of your day. My name's Alison Proffit. My business is Proffit Coach. And I'm I call myself a holistic business coach. So I integrate life and business coaching, helping small business owners that are looking to integrate more soulfulness, more heart centeredness into how they do their business. I find a lot of small business owners really love what they're doing, right? Their business has evolved from their passions. But then once they start getting into it, there is this draining part of like, oh, I'm doing all these things I've never done before. My stress is off the charts. And so I really take an approach of helping people see that it can be really simple and really soulful and heart filling and not stressful. And so helping them find how do they do that for themselves. There's not a cookie cutter approach because each of us are very different. We all have different passions and different strengths. And so really leaning into that, one of my taglines is that joy is the best business strategy. And so that's, I have a background in human resources. I actually also have some sales and marketing experience. I'm rocking my Constant Contact t-shirt today, not on purpose, but I worked in a sales role at Constant Contact. So I also have some really great email marketing and just marketing strategy background. I've got operations experience. I'm a coach. So it's like I have all the magical things that you might need in a business. And I love connecting with other entrepreneurs. And so when you asked me, Nikki, to be a part of this opportunity, I thought it would be really fun to be a part of it because I also run virtual summits. Mine's actually coming up too. So I know we're going to talk a little more about that. But yeah, it's just the more we can get out there about soulful entrepreneurship, the better is kind of my opinion. So
Absolutely. And actually this was a really great interview that we had. It was a little bit longer than some of the other interviews that we've done because we just had such a great conversation. And Alison is just wonderful because she does have this like soulful, like, it's okay, like, let's make it simple, like, what do you feel good about doing, like, let's not lean into the stress, let's lean into like what's going well. And I don't know, just like so many things. And she gave so many great tips. You're not going to want to miss this interview. It's amazing. So like she said, it just happened to work out where she is also running a summit at the same time, also on January 24th. And so I was like, okay, well, we don't need to confuse the audience, but let's just tell them, hey, we're both having a summit, and that's what's
yes.
happening. So if you want to tell them about your summit, everybody can like watch both summits if they want to.
Yeah, no, I love that so much because, like I said, rising tides lift all boats. So my event is from January 24th through the 28th, and it's a 5-day virtual summit. It's called the Soulful Entrepreneur Summit. You can go to getsoulfulsuccess.com to check out information about it. And it's really, we've got a mixture. It's all live. So that's the difference between our events. And that's also how I'm able to run a whole event as well as be a part of your event is our interview was all pre-recorded. So was really, really excited about the idea of like, oh, I can be in two places at once. How amazing is this? Thanks, technology.
Yeah.
So we're going to have live panel conversations, live speaker sessions that are very interactive and hands-on. So kind of almost like workshop oriented so that you're actually going to be able to work together. And it's all about building community as well. So we have a lot of different community opportunities like facilitated networking. We're using the Mighty Networks community platform where we're actually doing a lot of engaging with our attendees. And we've got free tickets all the way up to $297 tickets. So there's different ways people can engage. And my whole thing is just like the more people I can talk to Soulful about soulful entrepreneurship, the better. Because I actually tried to launch my business 4 times unsuccessfully. And this time when I started to lean more into what feels good to me, how can I feel whole in my business, where is my joy, I'm going to do those things, and then figure out the rest at some point maybe, or maybe I'll just toss those things to the side and not even fret about them, because
Right.
we don't have time to fret. We're making an impact and doing awesome things. So no time for stress here.
I love that. And can you tell everybody what a soulful entrepreneur is so that they can get a little idea of
Oh,
a little bit
sure.
more about that?
Yeah, so I believe that a soulful entrepreneur is somebody that A, is doing work that's really meaningful. And so it's doing something that's impactful in the world in some way. It's also very much about doing it in a way that is aligned with your values. So I do a lot of values work with my clients. And it's also just like knowing that it's not all about making money. It's very much about like, am I aligned? Am I in integrity with my morals and my values, and am I kind of doing it with people that I love doing it with? I think that's the other thing too. Sometimes we might hire a consultant, or we might do actions or like things in our business that really don't excite us. Like for me, I've had varying relationships with social media, and so there was a period of time where I just stepped off of it, and I didn't feel bad about it. A soulful entrepreneur is really able to work on honoring that they know what their way is. Or maybe they don't know it, but they're committed to kind of finding it and really just leaning into it. Like you said, like not kind of letting that stress take over. Because if you think about it, when we're in stress, inevitably that impacts what we're doing and how we're doing it and how we're showing it. You can put a good game face on, but then you're going to come from like pressure or adrenaline related energy, and that's going to, like, people can feel that. I do a lot of work with energy, and so when you're in joy creates a totally different
It
vibration than
does. Yeah.
stress. And so it's like people feel that. I did a presentation yesterday actually about running virtual summits. I think it was called running a virtual summit that won't steal your soul, and or won't crush your soul. And like a couple minutes in, I was like, so I'm gonna stop and see like what's kind of popping up for you guys. And people are like, oh my gosh, like I can feel your joy. And so and so think about like, what is your joy? And even if you're doing something that's maybe hard for you, finding a way to connect it to what does bring you joy. So I just get super jazzed about this. And I know this is just a spotlight interview, but
No,
you
it's
can tell
great.
that I love this. Like I could just talk about this stuff all day long. And we definitely did have a longer discussion or interview for your summit. So I know it was outside of the typical format, but I think that like people can really learn to take these nuggets of inspiration and apply them into their own in their own life. Like my mission in life is to actually, I'm looking at my vision board here. I have a big giant number on my vision board, and it's $22.5 billion. Like for me, I would like to make an impact in the world where people are able to make a $22.5 billion collective impact on the economy. So I work with a lot of coaches. Coaches are impacting people's lives. And so those people can go out and maybe be a better parent or be a better boss. And then that's going to reduce like mental health problems, right? And
Definitely.
so it's like, if you think about like, well, how does $22.5 billion show up? It's not in sales necessarily. It's about the impact on the economy. And that shows up in a lot of different ways. So that's my like big giant life goal. My, what do they call it? A BHAG, a big hairy audacious goal, right? So I mean, and I can't measure that, right? Like I'm not going to go around and be like, okay, I'm keeping track of where I am on that goal. It's like, no, I just, the feeling is there that like that's the thing that drives the work that I do, because I think if we could all feel more joyful, peace actually comes before joy, right? Once we start feeling peaceful about whatever's going on, then we have more access to joy.
I totally agree. So that's the thing that I love about it. It's like, let's find peace, let's find joy, and like let's find our way. Like whatever you want to do, like go for it, and like let's just let go of some guilt and some stress, and like have fun and hit your goals. So she's so fun, isn't she? Like you have to watch the interview. You're gonna love it. So thank you so much for being here. I wish you all the success with your summit. I hope it goes very well.
Thank you.
And thank you for being on mine. Um,
Thank you for having me. I really was honored that you reached out to me. And, this is your first event. So for me, I was just like, oh, however I can support you. Like it's a big undertaking to do a virtual summit, whether it's live or pre recorded. They both are hard in different ways. And so I'm just a fan of supporting other people that are doing following and chasing their big, hairy, audacious goals. So you're doing it. Look at you. You're like ready to launch it. You've got all the pieces. So I'm
Yes.
excited that, we both kind of are out there doing work that matters in the world.
Thank you so much. It was really awesome to have you on the summit. And if you want to be a part of our summit, it's called the Virtual Entrepreneur, and I'll put a link in the comments. But thank you so much for being a part of this. It was awesome.
Thank you, Nikki, and good luck with yours. And everybody, like, just, join in with the people that like vibe with you. That's how you're going to be more soulful in your business.
Absolutely. Thanks.